And here I was always thinking I was pretty smooth. As I said in Harris, show Hairspray, good morning Baltimore. So thank you all for being here. And thank you, Kiefer, for your leadership in the city and the Mitchell family, and your mom's here. And we have a General, and we have Miss Baltimore, Kimberly back in the back. You're gonna, what's that? Mrs. Baltimore. Are you Mrs. Baltimore or Miss Baltimore? Yeah, whatever, Mrs. Baltimore. I'm a radical feminist, so I don't like to make those statements. But, you know, look, we are the Baltimore candidates. Jolene went to Towson up here in the county. She worked here in the city. Her husband worked here in the city.
Y'all lived in the state?
What's that?
Lived in the state all your life?
I was an Orioles season ticket holder before my opponent stepped in Maryland. So we are Baltimore people. I work here every day in the Attorney General's office. Our opponents couldn't find Baltimore with a map. So this is our city. We're excited about it. We're excited about the team we put together here. When Jolene gets elected, she'll be the first, our party's first African-American female lieutenant governor in our country's history. But this is a historic election not just because of Jolene. This is a historic election because of where Baltimore City is. And Baltimore City is at the crux of this deal because what's going on in the last 7 years has very much hurt the city. And if we go through another 8 years of this, it can only get worse. I guess when you have the #2 minority achievement gap in the United States, the only place you can go is to get to be the #1, and that's not something we aspire to. On Monday morning, when 9th graders show up in Baltimore City schools, on Monday morning, the 9th graders, 94% of those children will not graduate from college. Half of those children that show up on Monday morning won't graduate from high school. All right, and the half that do graduate from high school, 80% are going to need remedial math and 70% need remedial English. So